You can get it chopping. You can get it mopping. You can get it reading the phone. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. A long cold Vic.
What happened, Gandalf? Why didn't you meet us?
Oh, I'm sorry, Frodo. I was delayed.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
So hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the centre. Or that whole delicious golden gay time taste.
Hard to have a gay time on your own.
Guess what? We took everything you love about the Bloomin' Onion and created a menu you've never seen before.
Let me hear you say, Bloom, there it is. Bloom, there it is.
This Bloomified menu starts at $13.99 and it's going to blow your bloomin' mind.
Hello, everybody. Is it on? StreamYards is being weird today. I don't know if you noticed, I slept in. So I normally do a draw stream earlier, but I didn't. I was up late. So I thought, you know what? I'll go to work. I'll come back. It's Summer Fridays today, this at the moment at our work, which is, I guess that's a new thing. For it means you get to leave work early, so on a Friday. People just want to get out of there because no work gets done anyway, you know, on a Friday afternoon, not least where I am. So everyone just knocks off, and so I thought, well, let's do a stream then. It all worked out in the end, and I have glass to add. You have somewhere to hang. Why would we notice that you slept in? What are we, stalkers? Well, you would have noticed, maybe. You probably wouldn't have, that I didn't stream at my normal, regular, like a... What does they say when something's really regular? You know, it comes like the... I guess it's like the sunrise. I don't know. Sounds like communism, says Jolly Green. It's pretty relaxed. Let's just say that's what happens. You know, business is good at the moment. And when business is good, things get relaxed. Does Smackcraft always stream on Thursdays? Yeah, normally early. Never at this time, really. I stopped streaming at this time because if you see at the top, Mo snuck in and then he left because he can't come in on his Thursday night, my Friday afternoon. But let me say hello to a bunch of you. We've got Mark's Music and Mark's Music Obsession, Dale in the house. I don't know if I'm continuing with the first. Can I put that out there? Things are changing around here. Things are getting a bit more relaxed. We had 3 champions. Sumo said I would never keep it up. I kept it up for 3 years. I remember that, Sumo. He probably doesn't remember that. He says, you're never going to remember to do this. But I did for 3 years. I put in my time. But I do acknowledge that Dale did get it. Sounds like you're getting lazy. I'm just busy. Running around, doing things. Dale says, what? I've wasted my life. You can still write first. I just won't do anything with it, you know? Like 99.9999999% of all other streamers. Mark says, I'm good with being the last and final champ and the one who got the most. I am live now, Cranberry. Jolly says we need more gay times. Thank you for posting those links. I'm gonna pin one of them. Where are we? How about that one? Let's pin that one. It's quite long. Unwieldy. Pinned. I saw Buzz in here. Is that Buzz? I saw Tastus Jones representing for the Rumble gang. It's getting quite a few watches on Rumble. I don't know what's going on over there. You know, Cecil is over there now. He's getting quite a lot of views. Maybe Rumble's about to blow up. Everyone hates YouTube now. What's up, Buzz? What is up? Who else did I spy here? I mean, obviously Sumo saying I have beady little eyes. But there's no mistaking that forehead. Exactly. Okay, Mark has it. It's normal-sized eyes, giant forehead. Yeah, that sounds about right. Skip Edwards in the house. Did you all catch? I know you all did. You all caught Skip's live stream earlier this week. He was doing a Heather Swain. Was that really a Heather Swain Cyberfrog commission? I think it was. I only saw him working on an ass. And he was sporadically engaging with the chat. What's up, TA? Hailing the Bogans. That's us. All right. I don't know why my screen is so long, but I'm going to read there. I'm going to work here. And we're going to go for about an hour. And then we're going to raid into the creative block, which is over on Jake's tonight. He tried to get me to send him to their, like, they have an official channel for that. I thought the point of a rotating show was to rotate to everyone's channels so those channels grow. But I don't know, apparently not now. You all loved my little update sneak peek image with the red glass and everything. So I thought I would do my best to replicate that effect on the cover of Fractured Mind, but there's not enough glass to pull it off. The glass is a little evenly placed, a little sporadic, and that's partly Rod's fault, partly my fault. I already did put in more glass, but I want more. I want a lot more. What's up, Rocky? See, look at this. Rocky just jumped in the chat, and then I'm on it. Bang, like that. Within 5 seconds, I'm saying hello. Just saying that. I'm just putting that out for no reason whatsoever. No waiting 25 minutes. I've got it all there within my field of view. I've got Corey Landis here. I just saw a show called Upper Middle Bogan on Amazon. That sounds vaguely familiar. Did you watch it? Vaguely familiar. I'm guessing it's going to be kind of like bogans who make a bit of money and then start spending cash in bogan ways. Rocky says he's impressed and feels strangely judged. Not strangely, just judged. Just straight up. No adjective necessary. Black Hat Cinephile says, I'm starting my own session when I got this notice. I'll be listening, peeking at you sometimes. Peek those peepers. All right. So I have glass on another file. And I'm going to start pulling it in, and I'm just going to start placing it. And so I guess it'll be a bit like flatting and chatting. It won't be the most interesting YouTube comic content out there, but I do promise to chat with you. If you chat, I'll read your chat. We'll chat back. It'll be a good feedback loop. And hopefully you'll all enjoy it. You can see I've got my glass on a separate layer. I spent all night. That's why I was up late. That's why I slept in. I was separating all this glass. Can you believe it? This is why I say to all artists, go digital. Go digital. Throw traditional art into the wind. Don't need it anymore. And use layers, because this is crazy. And this is partly why everything has taken me so long, because my God, doing all this piecemeal like this has been a bit of a nightmare. Bancroft, can you hide an Easter egg? I need to get rid of this thing here. Can you hide an Easter egg item on the cover for only people on this stream to know the lowdown, like a gay time? I can. Let's do that right now. Let's find one of these that looks kind of like a gay time. Gay time shape. Sadly, I'm not really seeing any. Suppose I could draw it. Fine. Let's do that. What kind of blasphemy is this anti-traditional ink? Well, if you're going to keep it in black and white, I have the opposite advice. Do it traditionally. But let's do it behind him. How about that? Okay, let's amp up that opacity. All the time. You get my gay time. All right, there is a gay time in the background now. Now, how do I gotta get rid of here. A good idea. Who was that? Who gave that? That was Jolly Green, was it? Yes. Good idea. A little bit of lore caked in, just like we did with the Paris scene. I like it. But if you're going to be coloring, yeah, no one's going to notice that. And it's going to be red too. So it's going to be, this is on an angle because in InDesign, I rotated it. So I've got to keep within this kind of lighter area. I pencil on ink and paper, scan it, then unslopify it and color it in Photoshop. Yeah, Camel does that as well. A lot of people are just a lot faster traditionally, and I don't blame them. Like, some things are super easy to draw. Pen and ink. Digitally. But other things take a long time. Like, if you want to draw, Kelsey used to go on about this. You want to draw a friggin' circle, forget about it. You've got to use like special tools and stuff. It's crazy. So I guess I want to like have it so that she's sort of pushing glass away, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how we go. I might have to move these around and stuff. He's going to erase this as soon as he goes off stream. No, that'll stay there. It's going to be red. You're not going to know it's there unless you look for it, unless you know where to look, which I think is good. Yeah. That's what you want. So yeah, I'm guessing there's going to be, I'm going to load a lot of glass down here and then sort of streak it up there. That's going to be my plan. So I should just start going at it, you know. So the bar for dropping traditional drawing is drawing a circle. Wow. Yes. Yeah, because you need to draw a lot of circles in comics. They're quite common. And like, look at this. Look at me try and draw a circle right now. Actually, that was pretty good. I'm not normally that good at them. Maybe I've gotten better with muscle memory. Maybe just because I'm not thinking about it. It's not because there's no risk here. These are actually pretty good. All right, you can keep your traditional drawing for now. But you're on notice. Actually, maybe I want him to sort of like be, she's pushed them down. So kind of like jutting up against her back. It's a literal bar dropping. Let me introduce you to a little thing in America called a circle template. That sounds like a traditional thing. I need something in the computer, you know? In the computer. All right, did the wrong thing there. I think a mini forward hidden would be epic. Maybe I can do that on the other one. I think one hidden item per thing. I did put a hidden ginger root hand on the Embrace cover. That was specifically by request from Michael Oden. He asked for that special, so I did that for him. It's actually kind of easy to see though. Frank Cho does lots of little comedic Easter eggs in his work. Is Cho the guy who does the kind of lewd stuff? Is that Frank Cho? I feel like it is. Or I could be getting that mixed up. Ish, maybe. All right, let's get some more in here. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. Cho draws the big old tanglings. That's what I thought. Yeah, he likes the ladies. I thought that was Cho. Liberty Meadows is his creator book, but he's known for his cheesecake art. It's kind of like a bit Euro style cheesecake art though, right? It's not your it's not sort of your Kickstarter type cheesecake. It's got a little bit more. How would I describe it? A little bit more. I don't know. It's not as I don't know words at the moment. I started a live stream and I don't know how to word. He draws awesome dinosaurs and creatures too. I'd believe it. What's up, Michelle? Is this Michelle's first foray onto this channel? I've seen you over on Rockies, but I don't know if you've come here before. If you have, I apologize. I'm terrible like that. If you haven't, welcome. Great to have you here. Hello, Black Ruby. Wording is hard. It's hard when I'm trying to do glass stuff as well. When I'm trying to pretend to draw. I cut this glass in half. Let's stick that one back together. Her first and last time. She says, I think it is. I am subbed. Well, thank you for subbing. Greatly appreciated. I don't always do glass copy and paste streams, but when I do, I think they're quite entertaining. This is my first ever, and probably will be my last. Second time, Mark says. Well, Mark is a regular. Mark is, as you know, the champion of the first, so he's got a bit of a special standing around these parts. I'm gonna spin some of these around. Believe it or not, the direction of the glass does matter. You'd think it doesn't, but it does. You'd think you'd need it random. No, you need it kind of pointing in a direction, if you can imagine. So I go that extra mile for you guys, and I point my glass in the right direction for you. Even though you didn't ask for it, you don't want it, you don't know why I'm doing it. What's up, Rick Saylor? Great to see you, buddy. Yep. Okay, let's not do that. Yeah, so on the other piece that I did, there was glass everywhere. So I've got quite a lot to fill in here, but I have a lot of glass, so I shouldn't have a problem. And I can't remember who it was. It was some famous comic book guy said, never draw what you can trace, or never trace what you can copy, or something like that. I take that to heart. So these come all pre-done. A little by me, a little by Rod. We are watching The Forward on the big screen. Wow. I'm famous. I always try and tell my kids I'm a famous YouTuber, but they never believe me. Because the YouTubers they watch have millions of subs and do like political or video game content. But they used to believe me. Even Victoria once made me you can see it behind my head. She made me a gold YouTube plaque thing there out of cardboard, and she painted it in gold. I still got it. It's pride of place. Yes, Sumo, famous. I don't know how many people are watching right now. 18 people, and 24 have seen it at least. They walked by it on X. If I was doing a speech to 20 people, I would consider that public speaking. Ipso facto, famous. Always trace when you can't copy and paste. There you go. She has stomached Rob a couple of times. She already understands. Rob was in a good mood yesterday. Last week was bad. This week he was actually in a pretty good mood. So we had a good show yesterday. I enjoyed that. Even though the art probably wasn't the best that we've shown, I enjoyed it nonetheless. All when in doubt, black it out. That's my new motto. I remember McFarlane was a big proponent of that. And I am too now. Not because not because I'm necessarily in doubt, although I am a lot of the times. More just because it just looks so much better. Like if you got a leg and it's sort of it's behind the other leg, black that whole leg out. Oh, it looks so much better than trying to put in details. It just makes everything better. My natural inclination is to just add details, but I always have to fight that. And remember that implied details is so much better. That's not part of that. Michelle liked the Dwagon art. If you know, you know. Yeah. It's funny. It's weird because I thought the Dwagon, as it's now known, was far superior to the kind of wench witch woman. And Rob loved that. I thought he would hate that. I kind of put that there as a joke because I thought, last week, Rob, he would have ripped those hanging saggy boobs to shreds. He didn't even notice them this week. So he must have really been in a good mood. Yes, my natural inclination is to leave the blacks out, but I've learned to be more inclusive and involve much more shadows in my art. Obviously, that's what I'm talking about. And my art has grown in leaps and bounds because of it. I'm not going to deny it. Mark agrees. I'm guessing with the dragon. It was a great piece of art. I don't know what he was going on about. It was really good. I would totally, if there was a book in that style, you know, a kid's book, that would be a great looking book. We got Henry Bemis joining us. The mind of Rob is an unknowable and fascinating thing. It really is. You know, I did enjoy the Dirty Iron show, but I was thinking about it after. It was like, it's really missing something in that we know Dirty Iron is great. Rob loves Dirty Iron. I love Dirty Iron. So there was no mystery. Will Rob like this? Will he not like it? You know? And that was sort of missing from the show. And that was just perfectly shown yesterday with Rob's bewildering takes. It really isn't, though, says Camel. See, the Camel, Rob is just a pretty, you get what you get kind of guy. It is what it is. You know, B-Rose in the chat yesterday. Some of you might not know B-Rose. Mark might not. Jolly, do you know B-Rose? Michelle definitely wouldn't. He was in the chat yesterday, and I was very happy to see him because B-Rose, we used to stream together and alongside each other. We used to run in the same circles for many, many years back in the early 2020s. And it was just great to see him. And the last time I saw him, like I said, he was hoeing down on a burrito like his life depended on it. And it wasn't just a normal burrito. It was like a lot. It was like a Yule log. It was literally this big. and it was bright orange. So I was thinking that can't be right. You know, that's not good for him. And he was pretty big. And Mel used to send him messages saying to, like, you need to lose weight, because that's what she does. She's a fat shamer. And I'm sure it probably wasn't her specifically, but he took it to heart. He sent me pictures of what he looks like now. He is ripped. He said he lost 85 pounds, and that's huge, but he was a big boy to begin with. So, you know, he's lifting and everything. He's got full on musculature and everything. It's like, holy crap. I asked him to send me, because I don't really lift. That's what I need to start doing is lifting. So he sent me his whole routine and everything. He's just been doing what I've been doing, which is, caloric deficit. But he's also been lifting. So now I've got to catch up to B-Rose. Zaid is here. He says, I need a Dirty Irons update and Heroes Con. Dirty Irons, as in the fake Dirty Iron, is fake. That is confirmed by the man himself, Yang. That is not his account. So if you ever reach out and get a response from Dirty Irons, that is not the real man. Cease communications immediately. But Dirty Iron does have a legitimate email address, and well, it was all exposed yesterday unintentionally by Rob. That Dirty Iron gave me a price for a cover commission, and it was a little outside of my price range. And by a little, I mean double what I was kind of my top end that I was willing to pay. So, yeah, that's where we're at with that. I wish him all the best. I will continue to follow his journey through art, but unfortunately, there will not be a Lucent Dirty Iron cover. Heroes Con, I mean, it was just more of an idea. Someone had said to me that airfares are quite cheap at the moment. So I just checked it out. And yeah, I saw Melbourne to Charlotte is $2,000 dues, which is $1,300. I was just like, The only reason I wouldn't go, well, there's probably a couple of reasons, but the main reason is later like a month later, I'm going to France for like 7 weeks. So that's a long time to kind of take off work, you know? I'm just looking for a specific piece of glass here. All right. Oh, they are together. No worries. So yeah, it's a maybe. Camel says, I applied. Hopefully I can get a table for Mike and I. I mean, that would be great, but it is still very much a maybe, Camel. Yeah. It's just, like I said, it really is the amount of time. And I would have to think about what I could do there, because I know the US is really cracking down at the moment on illegal people coming there and trading illegally, which I fully support. So I don't want to do anything super dodgy. I'm sure they're not worried about an Aussie coming and selling, $50 worth of stuff, at a convention. So, but even then, the books are very heavy to take across. These are all things that can be overcome. I've done it before. But I want to go. I feel like everyone is planning on going. See, Jolly Green makes up a good point. He says, Bancroft, you only live once. The YOLO defense. And that's true. You do. I mean, how, we thought the crazy times of crowdfunding and YouTube that were around in the, late 2010s and early 2020s were going to last forever. They didn't. Who knows how long everything's going to be like this. I always say I could go next year, I could go the year after. Maybe things will be different then. I don't know. Camel says, I can have your books next to mine and we can sell a cover we both did or something. We can get around it. I do have a lot of t-shirts I could sell. I could just take all my t-shirts in the suitcases. What are these t-shirts? Oh, that's just my t-shirts. I like to wear the same thing every day. And then he'd be like, why are they all in different sizes from small to 4XL? I was like, well, sometimes I feel like looking like Billie Eilish, and sometimes I feel like a tighter fit. Henry says it sounds romantic. Mark says, I could officially endorse the Bancrofts as my guests. In case I eat more. Exactly. I took the 4XL because I heard, frankly, that I would get fat eating American food. All the processed, weird stuff you guys put in there. So I thought I should pack a 4XL in case I really pack it on my 1 week trip. And that's an argument. Jolly says, Bancroft, I promise the Americans aren't that organized to hassle artists at Comic Cons. No, I was actually surprised by the grilling I got. I'm going to do a little bit of flatting here. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, the guy at where was it? Where did I land? San Francisco? Yeah, San Francisco. He gave me a bit of a grilling. He was very nice and courteous. I think more than anything, he was like, their technique is to check to see if you're nervous. And so he was just chatting, but it was a lot. It was a fair amount. It was a good 3-minute discussion, which is normally not what you get. Like if you come to Australia, I mean, I guess I can't say this because I'm Australian. So let's say if I go to Europe, for instance, much better. So I go to Spain, I go to Italy, I go to France, I go to Germany. They just kind of stamp your thing and let you in. They don't really talk to you. Whereas in the States, they're like, oh, so what are you doing here? Where are you going to be? Where are you going to stay? Do you know anyone here? Where do they live? How, like, do you have enough cash to, like, that? It was a real, I don't want to say grilling because it sounds harsh, but it was a proper conversation. And he noticed that I was leaving on my birthday, and he was like, oh, and he said it like this. He said, oh, you're leaving on the 3rd? Like, he didn't say it was my birthday. This is like, he was pretty good at his job. It would be a good way to catch someone out if they didn't really know their fake ID. I said, yeah, it's my birthday. It's like, it is what it is. I got to get back to work. He's like, all right. I did tell them I knew Camel. Well, I didn't say. I said, yeah, I know a guy. He's in Jacksonville. That's where I'll be staying for most of it. He's like, you know him, or you just know him off the internet? I'm like, just off the internet. But I feel like I know him very well at this point, not in a biblical sense. And he said, oh, the king. You know the king. Oh, well, then, in that case, come right through, sir. Enjoy Club Camel. Cranberry says, yeah, we've got 20 million illegals here. That was someone was talking about that today. Who was that? Scotsman. And I don't know if you Americans know this. Actually, I don't know what it's like in Canada. But Jeffrey, you're in Australia. Yes, we spent many long nights drinking and watching Dramatize Me. Exactly. It's old hat at the moment. It's not even in Australia, which is I would consider much more authoritarian than the US. Even then, politicians don't go around saying, what's wrong with being illegal? It's fine. They're hardworking. Like they say, no, they shouldn't be here. They need to go, but we don't have the capabilities to deport them. There's just too many. I think there's about 100,000 here. And they're backlogged in the courts and everything. That's sort of how it is. But in the US, mainstream politicians come out and say, yeah, they're illegal, but they're hardworking, so they should stay. It's like, that's just so foreign to me. It seems like such a normal thing. So I completely understand why I was actually kind of impressed with the dude. He kept it very professional. He kept it very friendly. I didn't feel threatened at any point, but I understood that I was being interrogated. I just was like thinking, wow, if you give everyone 3 minutes, that's going to take a long time to get through everyone throughout the day. But I guess that's his job. All of this to say, it's a maybe. I was just really surprised that it was actually so affordable. I would fly from here to Auckland, which I've never been to. I've been to Wellington. And you know what I would love to do? I would love to actually stay a day in New Zealand and go to the Shire. That would be a bit of a dream for me. And it's probably something I should do it by myself because I don't think Mel would care that much. She would like it, but it wouldn't be she wouldn't go out of her way, I don't think, to do that. That's more of a me thing. But yeah, it goes to Auckland, not Wellington. And then it goes to straight from, get this, Auckland to Houston. That must be a big, long flight. And I've already been to Houston Airport. That's where they charged me $20 for a slice of pizza. I mean, it was a big slice, but it was still a slice. $20. That was my first thing I ever bought in the US. Was it? I know. Didn't I go? No, I went from San Francisco to Houston, obviously. They thought he had to be hiding something in his hat. Yeah, they kept taking me. They kept asking me to take off my hat, but I was like, it doesn't come off. This is how it's a forehead protector. No, Mark says, no, I just look sketchy. Let me check if Henry accidentally timed someone out. No, you're all good. It's so easy. I went to pin that link from Jolly, and right there it says, oh, like ban this person right there next to it. I feel like they need to change that. The Shire, yeah, go to the Shire. It's in Wellington. Well, it's there somewhere. You go from Wellington, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's from Auckland. I mean, I probably should look into that, but I'd love to go to the Shire. They knocked it down originally back in the day, and so many people just did a trek out to the farm just to see the farm where it was filmed and see the hills. So many people did that they ended up actually rebuilding the front of Bag End or something, or one of them. And people love that. So then they just rebuilt the whole town. There's a whole, you can go to the pub now. There's so many hobbit holes, and some of them are actually like you can go inside them. It's like a nerd mecca. What's up, Jay Ryan? Beef Wellington. I went to Wellington twice, both times to compete at an elite level in rollerblading for the international competition X Air, which was like budget X Games. It was the only one that included rollerblading. Those bastards. It's so dumb. The X Games started to take advantage of the rollerblading craze, and then as soon as it blew up, they kicked out rollerblading. Those bastards. Anyway, I did not win either time, but I was happy with my performances. I have fond memories of Wellington. I just think it's rad that Peter Jackson decided to build it from scratch. Yeah, that and I can't remember the name of it. The main village of Rohan, up on that, wherever that was. That's crazy. They actually built that. They don't do that anymore. And that's why those movies hold up. I'm sorry this happened to you, chat. I apologize for triggering that rollerblading memory. That I got to hang out with Steve Caballero in Wellington. That was pretty cool. He's a legend. A SoCal legend. I was just wondering how we got there, says Sumo. Doesn't take much. Relive my glory days as a young man out there on the circuit. Yeah, that's crazy. Him and Tony Hawk. I think Burnquist does as well. I think that is nuts. Although Caballero hasn't really done anything except go up and down and, you know, mute grab and I don't know, do a bit of that stuff for like 30 years. So he takes it pretty chill, but he's got to be in his 60s, doesn't he? Either way, that's crazy. Because I went on a vert ramp. It's probably about, I don't know, early 30s. I went on a vert ramp just to sort of have a roll. And I didn't drop in. I was just kind of rolling around on it. And my God, the pressures on the body were insane. Like the G-force and the downward pressure on your spine and your legs. Like my, what's the muscle at the top of the thigh? Is that the hamstring? Whatever that is. That was burning. And that's just from not even going above the coping, just rolling. I was like, nah, screw this. So for them to be doing that at that age, it's actually very impressive. And actually, like Tony Hawk is still properly, you know, doing it. Not at a elite level, but a competition level, I mean. I got to skate with Caballero for a little bit, and then there was an after party, and everyone was hanging out, and he was just sort of, you know, he's an bit older guy. I was just sitting there picking his brain about the old days and everything. It was great. He was like, who is this guy? Get him away from me. I don't know. What am I, a friggin' artist just to know what the muscles are? What is that? Is it the hamstring? What's up, Valley? Jeffrey says he just bought Psylocke Ninja 2026 #1 signed variant. I feel like I've seen that. I feel like I liked that somewhere on X or something. But I could be wrong. I'm surprised Tony Hawk is still normal. He's had a bunch of concussions. Yeah, that guy is pretty wild. I actually had his autobiography. It was a really good read. Crazy days. But yeah, occasionally I'll see videos of him still out there and doing 540s and stuff. I'm like, but you're old. Look at him. He's old. Jeffrey staked the release to get the special cover. Nogi San is the artist. Keep an eye out. Psylocke, has she ever had her own book before? I feel like she probably would have. I feel like she was kind of a bit of a character created to make Scott and Jean's storyline a bit more dramatic and be eye candy for 12-year-old boys such as myself. The old Jim Lee Psylocke days. Oh boy. I'm glad the artist of the Lucent has such a good grasp of the human body. I never let any of that stuff, Sumo. Never. Every time I need to draw muscles, I got the reference out every time. I did not have that memorized. I don't know anything about it. Which is weird because I did it once because I did a old your boy Zach Expendables thing. So I got, I looked up a muscly guy with his hand like this, and I did all the stuff. And then everyone told me the muscles were wrong. I was like, I was looking at the picture. Speak of the devil, there he is. Buddy Beautiful, B-Rose in the house, flexing on all of us. I was just telling them about the photos you sent me, B-Rose. I told Mel about it. She's like, oh, why aren't you lifting? That's what she said. And maybe it's time you went down to the gym. Unbelievable. What a difference a couple of years makes, huh? I would look at more photos, sure, in a platonic way, just admiring B Rose's commitment and hard work and, life-changing status. Yes. No other reason. Not because I want to study musculature or anything we were just talking about. Or any other nefarious reason. Jim Alaska, Bogan Chat says, Hal Chat. I cannot say that, Jim. And they're trying to pass a law that will put, literally, you could go to jail for 5 years. Thankfully, it looks like it's going to get struck down because it's complete nonsense. But yeah, 5 years, they could put you in jail. And not only for stuff that you say after it becomes law, but from stuff you said before it became law. It's crazy. But I will just say, black fella forever. How about that? Because that's how they refer to themselves. Aboriginals, they say, I'm a black fella, you're a white fella. Yeah, the retroactive thing is crazy. It's nuts. Even the far left Greens are voting against this because for them, they're like, oh, this can be used to discriminate against minorities. And the Conservatives hold no power, so it doesn't matter what they think. But crazy. Unbelievable how quickly Australia just descended like that. What are you guys saying? She has had her own book. Shows what I know. I wasn't actually ever really that much of an X-Men fan. She had a miniseries with Rachel Summers for a little bit. There you go. B-Rose isn't just a piece of meat, says Jay. If anything, he's breaded chicken. You should see him. You should see him. He is... Let's just say he doesn't look like someone who's working in comics. That's just, I guess he looks more like the mechanic he is now. If I showed it to Valley Law, he would never turn up here again. He'd just go and chase B-Rose. I choose to read your comment as the guy from Star Trek. Oh, my. Jeffrey says, I have massive respect for the traditional owners. Yeah, I won't be slurring. Where's my cameo, Bancroft? We put in a golden gay time. See, look, I've already lost it. Where did it go? It's up here. Hey, that's what you get. You get a golden gay time. This is going to take a while, I think, to get all this glass in here. They still haven't started the creative. Oh, no, they're going to start in a couple of minutes. George Takai, thank you. Jay says, I watched B-Rose eat more chicken on stream than anyone else on the internet somehow. Yeah, he used to eat on stream all the time. It was weird. It was unusual. Normally, you avoid eating on stream so as not to gross people out. He actually, that was his thing. And people liked it. K-pop wants to know how lonely Jay was doing that. B-Rose had an entertaining stream. They were good times. Good times, good people. Fun. But, all good things come to an end eventually. Nobody's in the showroom yet, says Jake. Isn't that how it goes? Well, yeah, technically you still have a minute. So, they're not late, technically. Let's just have a look here. All right. I've got a long way to go. But it's going to look sick. If you liked what I showed on the update, you're going to like this. I don't know why people think I'm gay. It's crazy. Even before I was streaming, people thought I was gay. Even when I was a kid. I don't know what it is. I'm all man. So I guess it's just a vibe check. I don't know. I mean, if you saw where I work and you saw what I did at work, you probably would guess it too. It was the rollerblade spring. No, pre-rollerblade. Jay's just remarking. No, it wasn't Jay. It was who was it? Someone. There's someone up there in the chat. He does protest too much. Bancroft, it was a baby blue tracksuit and rollerblades. You never saw me shirtless. That never happened. I've never been shirtless on the internet. Oh, no, you did see me shirtless. Damn it, you did. It was in that rollerblade. It was in that video. You did see me shirtless. Damn it. I thought I had avoided a nip slip. But no, it is out there. Gaycroft lives. Yeah, they all thought I was gay too. Damn it. That's why Nugget left. Nugget went to greener pastures. He saw there was better meats elsewhere. That Blade video is infamous / infamous. Just straight up pastures. Yes, indeed. Grok, don't ever show me Bancroft shirtless. Yeah, let's keep that under wraps, eh? It's been done. It's been out there. We don't need it repeated. Maybe you'll find your gayness later in life like Bruce Jenner. I don't think so. I think I'm pretty set in my ways. I don't think Mel would appreciate that, frankly. Just between you and me. Kids would probably have something to say about it. She might find it a relief. You have no wife here, says Casey Anthony. Yeah, I'm like a Twitch streamer. I got to keep up the I don't know why I can't speak when I go on streams. I forget all my words. It's crazy. It's the multitasking. I know what it is. It's like that part of my brain just shuts off. The pretense. Thank you. Wow, Cranberry. You know, the good words. I wasn't even thinking of that, but that was way better than what I couldn't even think of. Hey, did you sell your Pages bangers? How cool. I'm a bit late to the party, but well done, Cobber. My Pages? As in art pages or pages like that a doctor uses? This is like Rod's art. What the hell was that? Something just crashed out there. Oh, Mel's in the chat. She'll tell you how gay I'm not. Art pages. Yes. No, I didn't sell any art pages recently. I've sold them in the past, but not recently. I mean, everyone else misinterprets me and everything I say, so it's all good. It's part of the course. Nice beard. I'm actually about to shave this off. Not the whole thing, just shave it back to my normal state. This is getting a bit scraggly. There you go. Look, let's highlight that. Where is it? It's not. Why isn't it? It doesn't come up on my StreamYard. It's very annoying. You taking over for David Williams on Fearsome? Me? Definitely not. Right over his head twice. That doesn't mean to pay attention. That doesn't mean to know things. I'm trying to focus on glass here. We aren't here to judge you, says Billy. We accept you. I appreciate your acceptance. So Casey wishes Mo was here. Yeah, he's missing out today. I didn't manage to sort the computer out. I feel like it's a hardware issue. I feel like it just gets easily stressed. I'll tell you what it is. It's because I've been saving the reports for when it crashes. It is a kernel panic, catastrophic error. So core 1 panics and it shuts down. And I've learned to actually hear out for it. When the computer just starts, like going, like the fan is whirring, like it's overheating. And I just feel like I'm stressing the computer out. So I quickly shut everything down, and I'll send you the reports. At first I thought it was peripherals and stuff, but it turns out it wasn't. So I bought a new tablet for nothing, but the old one was 17 years old, so I guess I needed it. When did you learn he was not gay? Hang on, what's Mel laughing at? Michael has been telling us how people have thought he was gay since he was a kid. It's true, though. No, not everyone, but it has been said. And I'm just like, it's not my bag, baby, I swear. He also had to tell us about B Rose's photos twice. I was impressed. Can I not be impressed by an old friend, getting it together and turning his life around like that? I am man enough to say B Rose looks good. B Rose is looking good. And he worked hard for that. Maybe it's the rap on stream. Yeah, probably is. All right, Creative Block has started. I'm going to let them do a few intros. I'm just going to ink out these bits here, and then I'll do the raid. I bet you'd like to turn B Rose. That's a good one. B Rose is, last time I checked, he is also happily heterosexual. So just two heterosexual dudes appreciating each other's weight loss. I don't know what's wrong with that. It's just normal. B Rose works hard for the money. It's all those ice creams Bancrofts eats. It's the golden gay times. You know what they are, Ray. Don't pretend like you don't know what they are. And I don't have golden gay times often at all. I did have a maxi bon yesterday, and that was not good. That had an effect. So I am currently, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and I have not eaten yet. Because now I feel shame. B Rose is just like, why did I come back to this gay fest? All right. I think we're good here. Maxi Bon, not Max. Do you guys not have Maxi Bons? They're freaking great. Ice cream sandwich one side, chocolate coated ice cream on the other. That's some good stuff, but not very good for you. All right. There's 9 people waiting over on the panel breakers. It's called the panel breakers now, by the way. Creative Block is over. We have Magnums as well, but maybe it's an Australian thing. All right. Well, I have a lot of work to do on this, but thankfully it's pretty mindless work. So it shouldn't take too long. It's not difficult. I will save it before I lose it. Ray Haylock tried the boysenberry Magnum. It was okay. They try and do that with the gay time as well. We got the special whatever gay time. Classic. Let's go classic. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out. I will send you over to the panel breakers. I hope you have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be talking about, but I'll think of something. All right. See you guys. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.